sell your Bitcoin urgently. After all, now I will show you those alternatives to Bitcoin on which you can earn more and risk less. As always, I'm Alex Mentor. We are starting. Let's go! Why should you sell Bitcoin? Because after the approval of the Bitcoin ETF, its price has increased significantly compared to other altcoins, and now it is unreasonably expensive. Also, as it's pumped with money, Bitcoin becomes less and less volatile. This means that there will be fewer and fewer drops on which you can buy back the token and fewer growth candles on which you can take profits. In addition, many new promising projects with strong teams and competitive products have recently been released, and compared to Bitcoin, such altcoins are unreasonably cheap, and due to their volatility, you can earn many times more on them than you can on Bitcoin. This is why you should buy altcoins instead of Bitcoin. I have selected for you the best altcoins of this year, which are definitely worth a close look if you have chosen a long-term investment strategy for yourself. They all have quality products and are developing their ecosystems at a rapid pace. It's important to understand that these are only some of the promising altcoins on which you can earn significant profits. If you want to know more, subscribe to our Telegram channel in which we analyze market situations and talk about the prospects of certain coins. Well, now let's move on to the list of promising altcoins that are worth a closer look. Ethereum, the leader among altcoins with more than 600,000 smart contracts and 4,000 decentralized applications. On July 22nd, the US Securities and Exchange Commission approved an Ethereum ETF. This means that investment funds from the traditional stock market will begin to invest in ETH, pumping it with money in the same way they have already pumped Bitcoin. This is a good opportunity to buy a token now, before its price soars, and make money on the growth. Arbitrum is the leader among Layer 2 blockchains based on Ethereum. Arbitrum offers scalability and lower transaction fees compared to the cost of the Ethereum mainnet. The coin is trading at $0.8, which is an attractive level for a long-term purchase. The blockchain ecosystem is developing and has more than 500 active projects built on the Arbitrum base, and also one of the largest communities in the Layer 2 segment. Layer 0 is a bridge between DeFi applications. Its protocol enables the creation of cross-chain applications that allow different blockchains to exchange assets and information securely and efficiently. In an era of rapidly increasing number of blockchains, Layer 0 helps different blockchains communicate effectively with each other. Now the token costs $5 and is at adequate level for a long-term purchase, with significant potential to make X in the future. Aptos is a blockchain focused on high performance and scalability, which was created for projects that need fast and cheap transactions. Aptos listed its token in October 2023. After the listing, the hype around the project died down, and now the token is trading at an adequate price at $6 or $7. The project uses innovative ideas and continues its development, which makes it attractive for investment. Ripple is one of the oldest coins which has been traded on the market since 2013. Ripple is an interbank funds transfer platform that helps banks and other financial institutions transfer funds quickly and inexpensively. The coin has potential for long-term growth. It's especially important to understand that following the growth of Bitcoin, such a coin will provide more profit than Bitcoin itself, despite the fact that its capitalization is approaching such mastodons as Bitcoin and Ethereum, occupying 7th place in the rating of coins by capitalization from CoinMarketCap. By purchasing these 5 altcoins instead of Bitcoin, you can significantly increase your profits without exposing yourself to excessive risk. Since all of the listed projects are strong from a fundamental analysis point of view and each of them has the prospect of growing in the future? Well, after analyzing altcoins, I would like to talk about ways to make money on crypto. Sometimes just owning a coin is not enough to make good money. What if a year or more passes between the time of purchase and the coin's growth? While you own a coin, you can come up many ways to increase your wealth. First of all, this staking. Many coins can be staked and receive 10, 20 or even 50% per annum depending on the coin itself. Typically, the smaller the overall capitalization of a coin, the greater the annual return it offers. But this also increases the risks that something could happen to the coin on the project itself. You can safely earn 20-30% per annum, and the figure of 300% per annum should scare you away. I would like to give a recent example of my participation in staking. In 2022, I bought the Mina token, but its price didn't increase until the end of 2023. As long as the price of the token was in the same range, I made money through staking. So in a year, I managed to earn 28% per annum. My position in the token increased by a third over the year, although the price of the token didn't change at all. I think this is an excellent result. Stake coins if possible. This is better than just storing tokens in your wallet. Yield farming is a tool similar to staking. You lock up your coins, but unlike staking, the tokens are sent to the liquidity pools of various protocols. As a rule, this is a more risky activity than staking, since there is a risk of hacking the protocol or a sharp change in the price of the cryptocurrency, which will lead to complete or partial loss of the position. But if you know how this tool works and calculate the risks in advance, then it may well become a source of income, and the reward here is higher than in staking, from 30 to 100% per annum and higher. Lending. You can lend your coins and receive income from it. The level of income depends on the coin and the demand for it. On average, you can earn 5 to 30% per annum and more. There is a risk that the borrower may not repay the loan, but platforms usually require the borrower to provide collateral that covers the loan amount. For example, with 5,000 USDT as collateral, the user will only have access to a loan for $3,700 in the token of interest to him. Thus, you can not only lend but also borrow tokens yourself. This can be useful in order not to buy a volatile token, but to temporarily own it, for example, to make money on IDO, which will be discussed later. Participating in IDOs and IEOs allows you to invest in new tokens that are not yet traded on the market. Most often, in order to participate, you need to stake a specific token or stablecoin. It's often possible to buy a token cheaper than it would cost in a public sale. Therefore, after the official listing, in most cases the price rises and you can earn from 2 to 50x, depending on how early an investor you become. In most projects, there are several stages of pre-delivery of a token, and the sooner you decide to invest in the project, the lower the cost of the token will be. However, this type of income also carries risks. Some startups may not list their token, others may encounter technical problems or get hacked, delaying the listing of the token for many months and, in rare cases, years. Before you start using these tools, it's important to understand how they work and what risks they pose. In addition to potential profits, it's always important to calculate possible risks. And in order to better understand each tool and not miss profitable opportunities for earning money, subscribe to the Telegram channel. In it we publish not only these but also other ways to earn money and also teach how to use each of the tools correctly. Well, the video comes to an end. Remember that the world of cryptocurrencies is fraught with an ocean of opportunities, but it's important to be able to recognize them. Write your questions in the comments, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press the bell to receive notifications about new videos. I'll stay in touch. I'm Alex Mentor. We'll see you very soon. Bye.